Hello and welcome back. I am really excited to showcase a new feature in Canva graphic design today, and that's the new Canva AI suite. So there's a lot you could dig into here. I'm only going to show one part of it today, but there's amazing updates in this suite of tools. If you've not looked into Canva recently, this rolled out in about May of 2025, and there's been more improvements since then. So the new feature I'm going to show you in Canva is this code for me option that where Canva goes in, writes code, and basically can make your designs interactive. So specifically, it creates media that you can insert on slides or Canva websites like flashcards, manipulatives, games, all kinds of really cool activities. And it's really designed to support teachers in meetings. So if you're a principal, you could use this. If you're a teacher, you could use this. Just some fun stuff. So to get to it, you'll sign into your Canva account. And then over here on the left-hand side, there's a Canva AI button. You can get to it from there. Otherwise, when you sign into it, usually it shows at the top of the screen. You just click Canva AI. And there's all kinds of examples here. So you could just, I know I could spend hours just perusing these different things. And these are just examples of all the AI things that Canva can do now. But one specifically that I'm going to show you today is this Code for Me button. And that's what allows you to create these different interactive manipulatives, media, and fun things. So you can type in an idea, but the first time I used this, I was kind of like, I don't really know what I'm getting myself into. So I like seeing examples. So if you scroll further down the page, it can show you some different options. So I kind of want to do this 3D game exploring space because that sounds fun. But those are just examples. There's matching games. I'd made one that was a fall themed memory match, which I'm going to open that in another slide so you can see it. But let's just do this 3D game exploring space. So if that's what we want to do, we'll select it, and then Canva is going to work. It's magic. You come up here at the top, you can make further changes. So you can have it geared towards fourth graders, fifth graders. The more instructions that you give it, the better your output's going to be. So I can click submit, and it does take it a few minutes. So while this is working through and making all the fun things, and you don't have to copy this code. So it's just showing you this in the background. Then I can come over here and show you the one that's already been made for me. So I can use this in one of my designs. So this is a fun little like memory game that it made with fall things. I gave that instructions. Obviously, this is not nearly as content specific or education specific in learning, just more fun than what some of the other options are, but kind of a cool thing. And it gives you a preview here. So if I wanted to adjust any of this, I could go through and change it. But this is really just the building phase right now. So I made this interactive game here, this memory game. Now what do I do with it? So you cannot copy the code and then put it in another place. So it has to still live in Canva at this point in time. But what you'll do is click use in a design up here at the top right, and then you can select where you want to use it. My personal preference, I feel like a lot of these interactive things work really great on slides. So I typically will do presentation. My mind also kind of just gravitates towards slides anyway. You could do a website. Just keep in mind that websites and content filters, sometimes there's some fun things that happen there. And then docs and whiteboards. So whiteboard and doc, I feel like it's harder for me to manipulate things on there. So that's why I pick presentation. But if I select that, it's going to make a new slideshow presentation for me. Or I could technically insert this into an existing slideshow presentation that I have. So if I already have things built out in Canva, I can add it there. I can do whatever I want. So for this fun memory match, if I'm using this to introduce students to a fun little activity or as a little brain break in a lesson, because it's fall season now, it's pumpkin spice officially, then I can just embed this in my slides, present it to my students, have them go through it on my board, or I can share this directly with my students with the link or assign it to them if you have Canva integrated with your LMS. So in my school district, BCSC, we have Canva integrated into Canvas. There's a little Canva button that you should see in all of your Canvas courses. So what I like to do though, is I like to change the size of this. So it always makes these manipulatives really big on the screen, which is great, but there's times where I don't want it to necessarily look just like that. Okay. So I can make this on my screen, do what I need to do, reshape it a little bit. And then if I want to test this out, all I like to do is usually just go into present mode and then present full screen. And I get a nice little preview of this. So now I can play my little memory game. And you would think that because I made this, I'd be really good at it, but I have no idea where the answers are. So, okay, there we go. And I can do a new game, reset, whatever I need to do. So it's not necessarily going to track students' scores on this, just so you know. It's really going to be an honesty policy here. If you assign it to them, you want to know how they did. But kind of a cool, fun thing. This is something that we have available just for teachers to code and build up these interactives, but you can get it to students to where they can interact with it if you share it with them via a link or present mode. So to go back here and show you another example, this is that space example that we had here. So it's a game. We can focus on Earth. We can focus on Mars. So just showing you another example. There were all kinds of them. I saw one the other day where an AP biology teacher went in and she made some memory games and flashcards based on vocab terms. So really the world is your oyster when it comes to Canva code, and it's a really fun feature. So give it a whirl. Lots of examples on YouTube and the web. And if you have a really fun or practical example, please share it with me. Otherwise, have fun designing and enjoy this amazing new feature in Canva.